Hello and welcome to the Handicapable Black Woman Throne Room. My view of humanity is a whole new tea. Hi, hello, and how are all my royalties, my lovelies? Oh my gosh, let's get some boiling hot tea, scorching hot. If you like it cold, just hold the ice. We know why, but okay. I'm going to be having some interesting episodes here and there. Some of them are going to fit within the whole February, the month of love and stuff like that. But you know what? It's my channel. I can do as I want. And especially with what's going on in my life right now, I literally have a hater in my life who will not leave me alone, even though I have been minding my business. So we're going to have a lot of episodes about why you need to mind your own business, how to enjoy your own life, when you have children, how if your parent, if the other parent is now seeing someone else, okay, if you have some questions or if you want to gaze and everything, that's one thing. But if you haven't listened to one of the previous episodes, yeah, I have a hater. I call her Rebecca. She had okay, and I keep catching her in lies. Rebecca, if you're gonna keep lying, be careful with your lies. Keep up. Maybe you need a journal. Have a journal of all the lies you say so that at least you can start repeating the same ones because we keep catching you. Okay, so watch your step. Okay. Because for one day you call me an SPED. And it's really funny because in that episode, I didn't say which word, but all of a sudden you knew which word. Yeah, so watch yourself in that lie because that was kind of funny. And then you lied about things that I said on my channel. Again, your comprehension is really terrible. But then again, you called me an SPED on that day. You did, don't lie. And then you said I was dumb and you proved that you looked up my channel and that you listened to several episodes. But then if you say I'm dumb and no one listens to my channel in the first place, why are you so worried about it? Why do you keep listening to every episode and then you have the nerve to tell my man to not give me permission? See, little girl, that's where you messed up. I don't need permission. This is my channel. I started this. But you started messing with me. Once you call me a derogatory name, I can say whatever I want. Whatever I want. Because again, I minded my business. I don't care who you are. Okay? And like with your kids, with respect and everything, I won't put you down, but I'm going to tell the truth. I'm going to say how you treat me. And so when you try to have that as an excuse, the children might listen. That's your problem. That's your problem. Oh, and your little backup plan of a man. Yeah. Yeah, it's like he's comical. He's hilarious. Like both of you trying to see, are you gonna make me take down my no, or does the episodes no? Why? If once you call me out my name, because oh yeah, you did it again too, because you recently said, oh, I didn't call her an SPED, I called her special ed. I called her an OB special ed. Okay, so now you gave me permission to talk about you as much as I want. And then you said, like, because you yelled out my full legal name and my address, but then you had the nerve to say that my full legal name is in my link tree. I caught you in a lie, Rebecca. I caught you in another lie. So if you're going to lie again, first check, okay? Because you keep lying and you keep doing ridiculous things. And okay, like I've recorded a few episodes about how, in my opinion, and remember, all of my episodes are in my opinion, and I state this. So if you try to say that I'm, saying falsehoods, no, I'm not. All of this, like with what you're doing, all of the terrible things you have done, this is how I translate it. This is my opinion. Okay. So, especially one, like then you spin around and tell my man that, like, when you start dating, that you hope he, like, with all of the people you were with while you were married to him, did you let him look up any of those people? Did you let him look up any of all of those people? Come on, Rebecca. Okay, because yeah. So now I'm gonna officially start this episode because, like, guys, when you break up or divorce somebody, don't show the monster within. Don't be the monster within. That's ugly. Why would you want to be ugly? Because that's just going to make them celebrate not being with you anymore. That's just going to make them celebrate not having to be anywhere near you. Speaking of, if you're only going to allow somebody to get their stuff at times that hurts them, because of your vengeance, because of your hate, because of your, like, you just want power and things like that, that's a monster. Like, honey, okay, to everybody who might be dealing with heartbreak right now, getting divorced and breaking up and stuff, healing is better, like, after that, when that person gets all their stuff. Because if you do it as quickly as possible, if you let that person get out of your mind as quickly as possible, sometimes that person's going to be like, hold up, wait a minute. Why are you insisting to have me out of your life? Why are you rushing the process? Don't you want me? Don't you miss me? Don't you, like, no, no. Now, see, now with what you're doing the opposite. Oh, yeah. She's dragging them out of time. She wants to make sure she has me in her life a little bit longer. She's making sure that I think about her. She's making sure that I A, B, and C. Yeah, yeah. See, yeah, see, you're doing that, and that's tacky. That's really tacky. So, okay, if you have any self love, which I don't really see any, in my opinion, remember, in my opinion, you don't really have any, because if you did, you would do anything and everything to a point where now you're going to have free mind, where you you're living your life now and you're allowing him to live his. And so I've already done a couple other episodes on self love, especially with this example. And I've even shared how I'm still learning how to self love myself, because I went through so much within my life, and especially with my disability, which she has decided to call me out my name in different ways. Because first it wasn't as PED, and then OB special ed. And it's like, that's like, even if I did what I, yeah, no. I mean, yeah, you're really interesting, because some people need that as a resource in order to get through school. So, and yes, it is an educational system, but it's the way you say it. And the way you say it, in my opinion, you're such a monster. You're tacky and a monster. That's not a good combination either. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. So let's try, because I tried minding my business. And again, like, you started this. And now you want me to get permission. You're funny. Once you touch my boundaries, emotionally, physically, or anything, like, no, you asked for this. You want to call me special ed? Well, try, oh, I will. I will especially educate you on how it feels. That's how I, yeah. You especially got me confused. Yeah, because for some reason you really thought that I was going to allow you to treat me like this and I wasn't going to say anything back. You just wanted me to be like, oh, so you're just going to call me these awful names and I'm going to have to take it and I'm going to have to be quiet and suck it up. No, you got the wrong girl. Okay, I am called a handicapable black woman. Yes, I was born with a disability. Yes, but disability does not take away my ability for so many things. And that includes correcting you. That includes correcting you. So, and so, you know what? For all of my, like, because I know some people are like, okay, this doesn't include me, but just as a whole, listen, because make sure you do not follow into her footsteps. Because, like I said, breakups should be, yes, they're going to be sometimes sad and emotional and heartbreaking, but at the same time, learn from it and start loving yourself even more. Because, like I've said in previous episodes, 2025, I had 6 to 8 different exes trying to get back in my life. A lot of you guys, even though someone breaks up with you, doesn't mean you're a terrible person. Well, there are some exceptions, right, Rebecca? But yeah, it's like, even though you're ending a relationship, sometimes that's so you can find a better relationship. And some people are going to prove to you just how awful they are. That just convinces you to try to leave even faster, to celebrate it even more. It's like, because that's one piece of advice I have. When you're going through it, figure out something to celebrate it. Yes, it was like for some of the breakups, you might end up crying and getting emotional. But if you can be with either a close friend or family member and like maybe like, okay, it's, yeah, it's snowed again, but it's like, if you can find an activity to, like, even if you like ice skating, perfect time. Or if you want to do an indoor picnic and turn it on to either your favorite reality TV, I would probably have it on K-drama or anime or Disney or there's some good documentaries out right now. But yeah, have an indoor picnic and it's like maybe a video game or board game, and it's like, oh my gosh, I love Clue. That's one of my, what's your favorite board game? Let me know. Um but it's like, or try something new. It's like they have those activities, like they have the I don't know what you call them, but it's like the stress relieving places where they literally give you a bat or a hammer or whatever, and you enter a room and you get to break stuff. Yeah, let out the anger, let out the frustration. Do that. I recommend do, because see, that's legal. That's a legal way, and also you're not ending up putting anybody down. You're minding your own business throughout your heartbreak. Because yeah, it's like, don't do it the tacky way. Do, see, doing it in a way where it's, you know, personal, and in a way where you're not hurting anybody else, because some of these people out here like Rebecca, and like, in my opinion, of course, in my opinion, they enjoy trying to hurt other people throughout their pain, which, yeah, why, like, see, I'm not that type of person. And so I would say either start the journaling process, try a new activity, maybe go to therapy, and it's like, try even working out, because like working out is like stress relief, sometimes sweating out the pain and stuff. And there's so many different things to try, but make sure that you don't don't anger or don't like try to affect or in a negative way anybody else, because I think she tried to trigger me. And especially like she has such an issue with people with disabilities. It's like I don't know why she hates that. Like, but and this is why like some people see, this is another thing that I caught her at, because she doesn't know the difference between bigotry and racist. Yeah, you need to look that up. I highly and I'll teach you guys, later on. Not today. Not today. Like, because actually I think I've already covered this in other episodes. I have over 600 episodes, so, maybe look up the episode where, especially I don't know if I covered it with the Crown Act series, but I know I did talk a little bit about the racism and bigotry. So, you might want to check out that series. But yeah, for some reason, she, like, because even, well, you know what? I'll save that. I'm going to save that because she has the nerve to try to tell me that I can't talk about her, that I'm not allowed because she has children. Well, you know what? I don't, too bad. You started it. So, and also you said I'm dumb and no one's going to listen and stuff, but why do you keep listening then? It's like, and also, how would anybody know that I'm talking about you, Rebecca? It's like no one's gonna, like, yeah, no one would ever even know. So, but because okay, I'm gonna give at least one example. Because when I broke up with Mr. No Heart, was it painful? Yeah, because I mean it was 7 years. The only reason it lasted 7 years because once I hit the 4 year mark, I was just like, well, I spent 4 years with them. It's like, I mean, I need to figure out where this is going. And he told me that he wants me forever. He's not going to marry me, but he wants me to be his forever girlfriend. And that's better than nothing. It's like, because I'm black and with my disability, a lot of men don't want to date me. Because of my education, a lot of men don't want to date me. And so, like, oh, because I'm light skinned, a lot of black men say I'm not black enough. And so, like, throughout the years, or especially with that breakup, I slowly had to learn about myself and in order to love myself. And that's one reason I think why so many men or so many people try to stress women to marry at such a young age because, oh, we're more fertile and stuff like that. But yet we don't know ourselves. And if we don't know ourselves, we don't know who's going to be best to love us. And or there's some narcissistic women who all of a sudden try to trap a man into the relationship as well. So I mean, there's different scenarios, but like, oh, with a lot of women, it's like we're shown the fairy tale, we're shown the princesses. You want to be a young princess taken by your Prince Charming as young as possible so you can live happily ever after and have his kids and blah, 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 blah. But then he starts telling you who he really is. And or at the beginning of the relationship, he pretended that he agreed with everything of who you are. But then once the relationship really got deep to the point where he knew you would not leave him, then yeah, he got you. So, and I know as a young woman, we think we know everything. But I would say, like, either start therapy as soon as possible, start hobbies, because sometimes when you go to hobbies where other people are, you learn more about yourself through conversation. When the women are talking about themselves, you can see, what do I have in common? And or what do I have to say? What do I have to offer within this either teamwork? Because yeah, if you can go even and play tennis or basketball or whatever sport, sometimes within teamwork, you find out what your strengths and weaknesses are. So then when you're dating and stuff, you kind of see some of those clues. But then you might want to go to one of those wine and art classes too. You could see like what kind of art and what kind of like what's your style, because like some people are going to follow directions and they're going to be so careful and do everything to a T. And some people are going to be like, they care more about the wine than the paint. So, it's like they're there for the good time. They're there to network, talk, and gossip and just express themselves. So, but yeah, try doing that as soon as possible, as young as possible, because and some people are going to say, well, do it the nice Christian way. Like, yeah, no, the Christian way didn't work. No, no, that's not going to work. Like, that didn't work out for me. That's going to work. That's going to work out for some of you ladies, especially. Like, I don't really know why conservatives would listen to me, because this for the liberal women. This for the liberal ladies. Yeah. These are for the ladies on the left. But yeah, it's yeah, for too long I was trying to, go by what my parents' wishes were and everything like that. And I already know I was a disappointment of the family. I was the gray sheep of the family and things. So, but yeah, so that means if I was trying to search for love, following their directions, not my own directions, how was I going to find the man that I would be happy with if I wasn't going to follow my roadmap? I'm listening to my pastor and my bishop and I thank God. I no, I'm like, the men that they would have, and like some of the men that I did date because I thought no one else would want me. Yeah, that it stings, it hurts. But at the end of the day, when I broke up with Mr. Lockakey and Mr. No Heart, I was celebrating. But celebrating differently because I learned different lessons with each one. Because, yes, Mr. No Heart was an absolute nightmare. But he was better than Mr. Lockakey. Because Mr. Lockakey trapped me within the relationship. He kept threatening his life within the relationship. He used my Christian values against me. Some of these men are going to do that to you. So yeah, some of these ladies are like, oh, he's Christian. He goes to church. Yeah, watch out for them. Because some of them are going to gaslight you using religion. Some of them are going to take those like verses, the chapters and the verses, and twist it all around you to the point where you're thinking, oh, well, he knows best. And some of these men are going to be like, well, no, I'm the leader of the house. And they're going to start using that conservative Christian stuff against you. Because remember, at my church, they say, ladies, once you get married, it's like, don't argue with the man. If the man says something, you do as he says. Nah, I'm good. See, and this is why Rebecca got me twisted. I don't do that. And this is how I know that I would have never lasted. Like the Christian men or the pastors that I did date, ugh, it was awful. It was terrible. Like no, it doesn't fit me at all. And with Mr. Lockakey, when I broke up with him, I I waited until I knew it was safe to leave, because there was some times where it was not safe to leave. And it's funny because some men were like, oh, well, it's her fault for staying in the relationship. Or, oh, well, she's okay today. She's smiling today. Because even remembering the P. Diddy documentary and stuff, and how some of the jurors and how some of the men were like, oh, well, she got through it, or she dealt with it, or like, you don't know how it is to deal with that. And you don't know how sometimes you have to play happy, and sometimes you have to force yourself to be happy so that certain things don't happen. And that's when, like, when Mr. Lakaki's now wife was telling me, "Oh, I'm pregnant." I was like, "Hallelujah, hallelujah." Yeah, he will never like he better not like, because I just wanted my money. But remember how like he tried to get me back while he was while he was looking for his middle school sweetheart. He was blackmailing me or trying to like commit some kind of fraud. Like I could I could only get my money if I got back with him and slept with him. And I never got that money. He still owes me that money. But his wife called me out my name, called me the N word. Yeah. But like, yeah, I already told the story, so most of you already know. If you don't know, catch up. So yeah. So trust me, like each time I broke up with somebody, I celebrated. When I with Mr. No Heart, like when he texted me July 10th, I was like, why are you wasting your time? But then he tried to gaslight me and blame me. We didn't call each other. Stupid, idiot, fool. Oh no, wow, you're playing me. You're trying to gaslight me, little boy. And I think 2023 on one of my social medias because I still didn't give him permission to write me. So I read it, but I haven't verified it. So he still can't write me again. I don't think or maybe he can, but he can't. Yeah, it's kind of entertaining. But he was like, "You still have me blocked on Facebook." Dummy, I don't have you blocked on my phone. It's like, because you still owe me money and you owe me property and stuff like that. So if you're still so immature, because it's really funny how I started realizing that he was listening to the red pill stuff. And so, ladies, pay attention. If a guy is listening to the red pill, and I would say listen to the red pill stuff so that when a guy's talking to you, you could be, but like, no, don't give these men money. So maybe if you could find a YouTuber that listens to the red pill and tells you guys about stuff about the red pill, I would suggest doing that. Because especially after I had my surgery and I was at home listening to divorce court, and some of the guys would even mention red pill, and then I was listening to other around besides Disney and anime and stuff like that. So like with YouTube, I started listening to some of the dating gurus, and they would start picking at and talking about red pill stuff, and I'm like, hold up, my ex does that. My ex does that. My ex did that too. And I started realizing when I was not at the house, maybe it was while he was at work, he was listening to Red Pill. But he told me he was a Democrat and a liberal and stuff like this. And do I believe him? No. No. It's like he lied about so many things throughout our relationships. He betrayed me and stabbed me in the back so many times within the relationship. So when I ended it, I celebrated. When he had the nerve to text me July 10th, oh, you don't even know. It's like I was kind of laughing because part of me is just like, baby boo boo, how many months? You really think I'm going I had major surgery, and you need yeah, go catch up. But if you're going to if you're going to end a relationship, or if someone broke up with you, celebrate. Celebrate now, because you only have one life to live. And you want to be the best person. You don't want to be the monster. Because if you're the monster, the person's going to laugh at you. Because they're going to say, wow, I turned you up this badly. Oh, wow, I affected you this much. Wow, I'm really on your mind like this. Oh, well, you're never going to get over me. That's the kind of stuff they're going to think. So don't be the monster. Maybe annoy them by being the nicest person they've ever met in their lives, because that's going to confuse them. They're going to be like, hold up, wait a minute. They can't wait to get rid of me. Oh, hold up, they're being really what's going on? This is bad. This is awful. It works, trust me. This is the Handicapable Black Woman Throne Room. I am a woman, I am of color, and I am handicapable. But most importantly, I am human and you're human too.